We're here rocking and rolling 6:06 on a Friday morning. Glad you guys are with us. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing the show right here on Arch City. Now we're ready to get some things going. You guys keep us posted. You know what we do. We are here all the time getting things done. Talking St. Louis, it's all St. Louis all the time. Like, subscribe, share the show. You can catch us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. You just download us right there. Come in, talk with us. Let us know any plans for the weekend. It's going to be cold today. I mean, allegedly, we're going to get in the 40s, but there could be some spotty snow flurries this morning, some spotty snow flurries tonight. It all depends. It's not necessarily an outside day weather-wise, unless you're headed to go do some skiing this weekend. You can do that at Hidden Valley. Has anybody been out yet? If you have, let me know. I know they opened up a little bit early. The weather's gotten cold enough again for them to make some good snow. It just sounds funny me even saying that. To make some good snow. Anyway, Blues in action tonight. That'll be fun. And then, of course, we've got Mizzou and SLU basketball this weekend. NFL playoff action. My friend over here loves the Rams. Did you look at the stats? Their stats. If you get a chance, look up Matthew Stafford's stats.
Oh no, his stats are insane this year.
No. Let me finish, my friend. Look up his stats in under 32-degree weather or snow. They're crazy bad. Stafford's in trouble.
He played in Detroit, bro. That
was in the dome.
It doesn't matter.
In the dome.
32 degrees outside. I bet they count it. I bet they somehow count it. They may try to. That may be an ESPN stat.
No.
At a below 32 degrees Fahrenheit with a mixed record of 3-3 or 4-1 in his favor, depending on definition. Whoa.
Are you checking them out yet?
Yeah, they're saying as of early January 2026, through some sources, lists 4-1 in his favor against Bears in the cold.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. Look at his stats when he has played. If you can find it, I saw it yesterday.
They say 32 Fahrenheit and below, 15 tutties and 3 interceptions.
What?
I don't know if AI is just trolling me or.
All right, I'm gonna find it. It was, and his record is really, really bad.
What, 3-3?
It was worse than that. I'm gonna find it. Maybe you're finding. Maybe. It didn't look good to me when I saw it. Anyway, we'll see where it goes. I think the Bears are going to win. And I know, and I'm not trying to upset you. I just do, especially in that weather. Man, Puka doesn't want to be running around in the snow. He's from Hawaii.
My God. I don't think Devontae.
They've been playing in Southern California.
I don't care about any of that, though. I know Stafford's going to lock in because I don't think Caleb Williams, to beat Stafford, you got to punch him in the mouth, man. You got to blow us out.
Well, to beat anybody, you got to punch him in the mouth.
Like,
that.
There's some teams that, they keep staying in the game. You got to play the whole game. They fight hard, but you just got to handle business. And there's some teams that if you keep them in the game, they're going to win.
Well, I know we got that. We'll talk about the point shaving scandal. I'm telling you, it's real. If you've ever been watching a college basketball, and it happens in basketball
a lot,
at least that's what's gotten caught, because you can really control things with 5 guys or 1 guy. So if you're I'm sorry, man. We saw it with basketball referees in the NBA. We've seen it with some basketball referees in college that got caught. We've seen it multiple times with college basketball players. If you don't think point shaving and scandals are going on, think again. It's happening in the NFL. It's happening in all professional sports. If there's a bet on a game, you can bet the possibility of somebody doing something illegal to turn the tide of that game is at play. And not every game, but man, it's going on.
Yeah, and now that you put it in perspective, it's like, man, I'm really putting my money in 30 people basically, because if you think about
you are.
Because if you think about it,
it's luck.
It's not about just the guys that are playing. Think about the bench warmers too, that know they're not going to get in the game, that can have their friend do something that their stats aren't even going to show up anyway.
And look at it now. Now with all the betting, the gambling, it's like almost been more, I don't want to say accepted, but I am concerned what Dave Ramsey said a couple of weeks ago, where he said it's the worst thing to happen to our younger men generation, young men in their 20s, because you're inundated with LeBron and Kevin Hart and all kinds of stars. Hey, gamble, come to this site, that site. And you know what?
Underdog.
It's fine if you can keep it in line.
Exactly.
But how many young men can actually keep it in line? And it's addicting.
Yes.
It's like nicotine. I'm telling you it is. Yes. I've been there. Fortunately, I didn't have to go through a lot of crap like a lot of people do. Yes. It's like, and if you lose, you want to chase it. I'm just telling you, it's human nature.
Literally. When I was in Chicago for this is when sports betting was just so I was doing Prize Picks and I was in Chicago for spring break and I don't really sports bet like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to bet on this Bulls game and I'm going to bet on this Curry game. I won. But then I kept betting. I just kept losing. And I lost almost all my money. Then I was like, man, I lost.
Just like being in Vegas, buddy.
Literally. I'm like, I got $25 that I won back. Now I got 10. You know what? Let me just put 20 of my own money in. You get what I'm saying? It can happen. But me, I'm just a guy that's like, I don't like putting on my money on people that I don't even know or trust. So,
but that's the thing. It's like, and we'll get into it more and we can talk. I mean, we're often running with it right now. The problem that you have, games are fixed. I know we don't want to believe it, but games are fixed. And especially now when you see the point shaving scandal. I mean, it was many, many years ago at Arizona State. Players got busted. I think they did some jail time. It's serious stuff when money's on the line. And don't think for a second that it's not going on. And it could be happening with your big programs, your small programs. If you see something that is insane happening, chances are something's going on behind the scenes. Not every time. But when they have gone back and looked at the games where the point shaving was actually proven, you're like, yep. And don't even get me started on the damn kickers. I'm convinced the NFL allows kickers to still be a part of the game so they can dictate outcomes. And listen, I've promoted a kid by the name of Malik Orson on the show several times. I said I wished Mizzou would have gone and gotten him. He did a visit, or he's going to UNLV this week, and he was a kicker at MICDS 2 seasons ago. He was the best high school kicker I've ever seen. Nobody would recruit him. He went to SEMO, Southeast Missouri State. Had a great year. He's in the transfer portal. UNLV is going to give him a shot. I think he'll be in the NFL someday. Love the kid. Love his family. That doesn't mean my opinion of kickers in the football game should be there. Seriously, what they don't add. Line the ball up at the 20-yard line or the 25-yard line. We don't have nothing happens on the kickoff anymore. Look at what the NFL did.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Ugh. And then you got guys who are playing every play of the game. Once again, it's the only sport where a person that's not playing the entire game all of a sudden comes in to dictate a win or loss. That's the only problem with the NFL is the darn kicker.
It's literally
it's the kicker. No, punting, I believe in.
Punting. It's cool.
Punting is a part of the game, and it makes sense because you're having to do it throughout the game. Freaking field goal kicking? We're not Australian rules football. We don't need it. What?
It's literally like
we need to kick through post.
It's literally like a basketball game. It's the last 2 seconds of the game, and you put in the 13th man to shoot a free throw.
I am convinced it's there just so the NFL can dictate games when it comes to betting.
Yeah, because a lot
college
of games are by 3, right?
Yes. Yeah. Extra points.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a game 2 weeks ago. Somebody missed an extra point and 2 field goals, and they lost the game because of the point spread. It was because of that. 7 points were put on the board. It's like, huh? What? A kicker, responsible. I'm not trying to be mean. I love the game of football. It has been a passion of mine. My boys played it. I coached it my entire life. Had the opportunity to coach a lot of kids playing college football right now, and other kids that loved it and have gone on to other things. I don't understand the position of the place kicker. I'm sorry. I don't understand it. I don't get it. especially there. Maybe we could come up with a position where the place kicker has to be in the game the entire time. Basketball, once again, you don't have these guys playing all game long, and then all of a sudden,
A redshirt freshman.
you're going to
comes
bring
out.
somebody in to do something that, like to have a dribbling contest or something,
Yeah.
to do something that they haven't been doing all game.
Who can spin the ball on the
On the finger.
for the longest?
By the way, as producer Rye told us, we're off and rolling on a Friday morning. This is Arch City Now. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. Nobody ever wants to call, and I don't blame you, but we still give the phone number, 855-282-8255. Call if you want, or you can just jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Jump in, join us. Let us know what's going on in your part of the town, in the St. Louis area. Any news you want to report, you don't have to give your name. Just let us know. Anything we need to get out there. The water cooler talk. Anything you want to promote. Bars, restaurants, music, concerts, events, charities, people just need shout outs. We do it high schools, St. Louis Pride, anything from that standpoint. That's what we do here. So producer Rye told us the other day that the great Stephen Curry, arguably the greatest pure shooter in NBA history, I'll call him the greatest shooter, can't even spin the basketball on his finger.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
It's like he can do it, but like, you know how some people can. Yeah, there's a video on TikTok. He has a quest for mastering ball spinning. Like he can do it, but like he can't do it like everybody else can. Like it's so weird.
Well,
I can't really spin the ball, but yeah.
So anyway, I just, it all gets into this point shaving scandal we'll talk about. We kind of got into it, and there's a former SLU player as well that was involved in this, and I don't think we even have barely scratched the surface in what's going on. If you're watching games, and I think people are watching games more intently now because there's more people wagering in the state of Missouri. There are. It's a fact. There are. If you see something that is like too unbelievable to be true, that player, every now and then you'll mess up. But these guys, they're too good, especially in the pros. They're too good. Go to a practice, and I talked about this before. The skills that these guys have, and females with the WNBA, because I used to cover the Detroit Shock too. And I mean, these women just stand there knocking down threes, knocking down threes, talking, knocking down threes. These people are really, really, really good. And then you all of a sudden start missing shots, don't know how to play defense in whatever sport. I've seen too much in my life, man, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, not too much of the time. But when it comes to sports and betting and gambling, because we know money rules all, it is the root of evil, of all evil, but money does provide happiness. Don't let anybody ever tell you it doesn't. Have you ever seen somebody get upset when they got money?
No. I've seen somebody.
How dare you give me money?
Yeah, I've seen somebody get upset and they've already had money.
Hell no.
I'm getting paid yesterday. How am I going to get mad?
Like, I do believe money is the root of all evil, but I do believe money brings happiness. I'm sorry. It does. So there you go. Have fun with that. And when we talk about that, that's where it all comes into play when it comes to the betting, the point shaving scandals, all of those things. It's a real freaking deal. So if you're betting, wagering, gambling, whatever you want to say, especially on sporting events, just know somebody could be involved doing something. And basketball is what has really been hit and targeted because they've been able to prove it a little bit more. And I think you can show it more than, I mean, in football, it's like, oh, I dropped a pass. But it's like, how do you prove it? It's like, what happens? And then we saw what was going on with the NBA before the season. Now it's going back into the college.
Oh, see.
Yeah. I mean, fall from graces, and it sucks for these people who are going through this stuff. But we're literally, I mean, you go to Google and type on MSN, the picture is of a former SLU basketball player. You know, so it hit freaking St. Louis as well. I mean, if you didn't see it yesterday, I mean, former player Bradley, and then Azuaro, he was one of a group of college basketball players charged in the indictment. He played at SLU a couple of years ago, the 23-24 season. He's been with 4 universities in 4 years. So transferring around, maybe looking for some money, but this is a big deal, man. It's a sweeping federal indictment spanning 3 years accusing 26 people of point shaving. 26. Imagine the amount of games that were affected.
Imagine the people they didn't catch.
Bingo. This is coming from the U.S. Department of Justice. It's a big freaking deal. 17 schools, 39 players, and a few dozen games that were fixed that they know about. The fix is in on several games. And if you don't believe me, just go straight to the NFL. I've said it before. Can't prove it, but you can look at it and go, point spreads. Oh, really? Something crazy happens right before the end of the half to make something go over or stay under. Or all of a sudden, there's a play that makes sure it happens. For example, 2 years ago, Super Bowl, 49ers were in the Super Bowl. Friend of mine. I didn't ask how, and I'm not going to ask how, but he runs a tremendous wagering service. He's been rated as one of the best in Vegas. He was my former intern in Columbia. See, he was a smart kid. He was a Brown University student, Ivy League.
Whoa, okay.
He's a former ESPN anchor.
Okay.
He started up the gambling show that they had on ESPN for a while.
Oh.
His name's Doug Kazarian. We're going to have Doug on the show. I've tried to get him on the show before. He lives out in Vegas.
I got to ask him about somebody then. I know a guy who worked.
He's debating, but I'm like, I got to get you on live. And he's like, hey, brother, you're 6 to 8. That's 4 to 6 for me in the morning out here. So that would have to be a tape segment. But my point is this. 2 years ago, I asked for help. I never asked for anything. I paid for a service a couple times for my son just to look at and do well. And it was good. It was really, really good. And I said, I need one for the Super Bowl. He goes, Christian McCaffrey over 60 yards receiving or something in the Super Bowl. And then he got it at 60. It went at like 61 or something. And it was a crazy play where they literally forced the ball to him when they didn't need to. And you're like, scripts. People are out there. NFL, they have scripts, just like colleges. You script plays, and then you deviate from the script after like the first series or two. And people know about these things. They happen. They're real. Now, that is different than individual players doing what they have been accused of doing, what I was just talking about. But if it's happened before, what's to say it can't happen again? And now, especially with NIL, you don't think that people can get to these players now and say, hey, maybe don't be as good tonight in the first half, or, go to your uncle, your aunt, your cousin, your family members. We'll take care of you. We'll do this. We'll give you a quick 25,000. We'll give you 50,000. You do this, you do that. I'm sorry. I think it happens, and I think it happens a lot more than what people think. And I mean, when you talk about the games, by the way, Israel for SLU averaged 12 points and 6.2 rebounds per game. I mean, he was a decent player. He really was. So they're talking about fixed games, including games involving Nickel State, Tulane, Northwestern State, SLU, LaSalle, Fordham, Buffalo, DePaul, Robert Morris, Southern Miss, North Carolina A&T, Kennesaw State, Coppin State, New Orleans, Abilene Christian, Eastern Michigan, and Alabama State. Do you see a parallel with those schools? They're not the Power 4 schools.
A lot of A10 and HBCUs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Southern.
Seems like schools that don't even have money.
And maybe schools that aren't necessarily in primetime games, Power 4. It's just a lot that leaves to be desired, man. I'm telling you, it makes you wonder what's going on. And if you watch the NFL this weekend, just watch. Just see. If you see things, you're like, wait a second. This doesn't make sense. For example, in the NFL, you see one team do all these things one week, and the next week it's like, huh? Well, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? Is it really just because somebody else is out scheming you all of a sudden? There's money to be made, and so forth. And we may get more. There may be more of this coming down the pipeline. Who knows? I watched video of one of the games on TikTok, and a guy breaking down the guys that admitted to fixing the game. 3 players on the same team, not even playing defense, like acting like they're doing stuff, and you're like, oh, and it was one of the games that was fixed. Yeah, they said that in mid to late February 2024, two of the fixers in the scandal recruited players on the Billikens to participate in the game-fixing scheme. And prosecutors alleged that Azuero and another unnamed player agreed to help ensure that SLU failed to cover the first half spread in a game against DuQuoin.
Wow. Getting weird, man.
Yeah, court record said the game took place on February 20th in Pittsburgh, making it a road game for SLU. Prosecutors alleged the fixers wagered approximately $242,000.
Whoa.
That DuQuoin would be ahead by more than 5 points at halftime. And the video of the game is out there. You can find it. And you watch how SLU made sure that they would be ahead by 5 at half.
Did SLU win the game?
I don't know. Let me look at that. By the way, DuQuoin led 41-27 at half, easily exceeding the 5-point spread. So, according to the U.S. Attorney David Metcalf, the scheme involved giving the players between $10,000 and $30,000 to underperform in the game. See that? Yeah. I mean, criminals are trying to pollute the game.
I think it was polluted when they opened the Pandora's box and couldn't put a lid on it. I knew it was going to get corrupted once all this stuff was going to happen.
They're going to continue to pursue as well. Even former Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, he's now the co-deputy director of the FBI. He said the federal authorities are going to continue to pursue those involved and said it's not over. I mean, there could be more. That's why, I mean, you hope you get this out of the game, and it's unfortunate. I do believe in deterrence. You got to somehow, some way make sure that you can get out as best as you can. I just don't know how. I mean, if you get multiple people involved, then it's going to be an issue. It'll come out. But if it's just one person that's fixing it, you may never know. If it's one kicker missing field goals, you may never know.
You can just chop it up as, oh, he just had a bad kicking game.
But that's the other thing I understand about kickers, because you wear that for life.
Facts. Like,
you wear it for life.
If you're a kicker, though, so who's really going to notice?
They'll know your name.
But they're not going to notice who you are walking down the street, though.
Maybe not.
Unless you're that bad. Like, I don't even remember Greg the Leg Zerline, but I remember his name. But I remember he was kicking, like, field goals like crazy for the Rams. Then he went to Dallas and started kind of playing kind of lame. But
yeah, man, it's just not a good. This is not good. It's not good.
It's tainting the game. You want to watch college basketball.
But you know what? People still watch college basketball. They're just going to watch the NFL playoffs this weekend.
Yeah.
And then I'm curious to see what happens on Monday night. Last I saw with the spread, I have to look it back up. It was up to 8.5 points, Indiana and Miami in that game for Monday night, which I expect to be a huge, huge, huge turnout when it comes to ratings. But by the way, the ratings came in for Ole Miss, Miami. Only about 15 million people watched.
Only?
Yeah, that was it. It was a Thursday night game.
Yeah, it was on Thursday. That's why I couldn't really catch it as much. I had to wake up.
Yeah, it was not that 15 million is not a lot.
I don't understand.
Just put 28. Just remember, 28.9 million watched Indiana and Alabama.
Yeah,
but people want to watch Indiana too, though. I mean, it's a hype, and there's a lot of people that I run into that aren't even football fans that are being drawn into the college football scene because it's Indiana, a new school. It's like, oh, Indiana, this is a fun team to watch. They're new. They got Cignetti, the coach that said, Google me. And
cool. I don't just beat top 10 ranked teams. I beat the
Yeah, he does. He does. And Indiana's having fun. Enjoy it. Hoosier faithful, that's for sure.
I do like their basketball warm-ups too. If I were to, that was one of the D1 schools. I was like, if I could.
That was cool. That's the cherry striped pants, candy stripe or whatever, red and white striped pants. Yeah, you get those things going out the door. They're nice. Who would ever thought Indiana would have been a football school and not a basketball school anymore?
Yeah. Come on, DeVries. You got to
They
get
are
back.
a football school.
Come on, Coach DeVries. You got to get them back. Come on, Tucker. I believe in you, baby.
We'll take a quick break. Still to come, got the Blues. Some bad news, too, with one of their top players being out now for a couple weeks. The Blues have a home game tonight. Mizzou and SLU in action, looking to continue their good seasons this weekend. If you want to jump in on the point shaving stuff, we can do that. We can talk about the NFL side. The games coming up this weekend. AI did NFL predictions. We'll get into that as well. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, there's a chance where, and we'll explain it to you and how it goes, but you can enter for this, but you could literally win an $800,000 union-built custom home. So we'll tell you about that as well. Also, anything else that you guys want to talk about promoting the weekend, we would love it. Let us know. We'll jump in. This is Arch City Now. Producer Rise alongside him, Vic Faust. You can stream us at X, Facebook, and YouTube. And, of course, always call us at 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station, and we are live and on demand at louinfo.com.
What are the keys to a great night out? Great food and drinks and great friends. Join us Thursday, January 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie in the Grand Center Arts District. Enjoy a live broadcast with Cam Jansen and special guest Matt Adams. Dig into the best smash burgers in town and get your shot at winning opening day Cardinals tickets, autographed merch, and more. That's Thursday, January 22nd, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL, 3225 Olive. Come eat, hang out, and win.
After a long day, nothing beats kicking back in a brand new hot tub from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. These guys are the real deal. They've been around for over 38 years and got more than 400 fives. They've earned every single one of them. They sell premium, American-made hot tubs. USA, baby. And because they keep their overhead low, they pass the savings right on to you. You're getting better quality at a better price. And here's the best part. No hiddens, no surprises, no, oh, by the way, charges. And if you find a comparable hot tub cheaper at a local dealer, they'll beat that price. Guaranteed. That's right. Best price guarantee. No one's beating them. Plus, when you buy from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, you're buying from a company that's been here for decades, and they'll be here to test your tub for as long as you own it. Check them out at besthot-tub-prices.com. That's besthot-tub-prices.com. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A jury has convicted a man in connection with a deadly shooting inside a St. Louis County Applebee's in 2020. Courtney Washington was found guilty of second-degree murder and other felony charges. Prosecutors say he opened fire inside the restaurant in St. John, killing 46-year-old Kimberly Ratliff Penton and wounding two others. Washington will be sentenced on February 19th. One of St. Louis's last remaining malls formed. South County Center is being studied as a potential sports facility as retail traffic declines. The mall's second floor is already closed, and a study will determine whether retail would remain. A sweeping federal indictment alleges widespread point shaving in college basketball. St. Louis University is among 17 schools named. The Justice Department said nearly 40 players were involved nationwide. And the city of St. Louis is renewing efforts to use eminent domain near the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency campus, targeting 89 blighted properties with filings expected in the coming weeks. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We had cold front on the way. Gusty wind today, a few light rain showers, and our high in the mid-40s. We could get a few snow showers overnight, windy, and our low near 20. Mix of sun and clouds, windy and cold on Saturday. We're staying in the mid-20s and then about 30 and sunny on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rate you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. 800-298-0306. That's 800-298-0306.
I'm Big Toe Media President Dave Green, and for the last few months, I've been telling you about what makes Home Bank different. Local people, local decisions, and real relationships. So let me take that a step further. When you walk into Home Bank, you're not walking into a system, you're walking into a conversation. This is a bank that understands St. Louis because they're part of it. The people making decisions live here, work here, and invest back into the same communities you do. That matters, especially when you need answers, flexibility, and a trust. Big banks can make promises. Home Bank builds relationships. If you're ready for a smarter, more personal banking experience, I'd encourage you to start that conversation today with Home Bank, the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com.
Hey, welcome in, guys. Good morning. 6:38 on a Friday morning. It is January 16th. So glad you're with us. Thanks for getting up with us. Hope you guys have a great Friday, a better weekend. It's going to be cold. We got some scattered possible flurries, maybe some snow spots, I don't want to say showers. It sounds heavy, but could get some of those maybe this morning, dispersing, maybe coming back tonight. And then, of course, it's cold for the weekend. Anyway, so glad you guys were with us. As always, we're here till 8 o'clock. Producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. We are your Lou Information Station, and we are live and on demand at luinfo.com. What are plans for the weekend? What do you guys got going on? Jump in with us. You know what? They've got the Monster Jam Saturday and Sunday at the Dome. You got the Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebration Monday at the Missouri History Museum. You got the Mardi Gras St. Louis Family Winter Carnival on Saturday as well. These are some of the things that are happening over the weekend. The Blues are in action tonight, hosting Tampa. That will be an interesting game. The Blues came out of the gate strong in their game the other night. 3-0 winner, shutout of Carolina. Who's going to be in net tonight? Hofer had the shutout Tuesday, and that was after a couple days off. Is Bennington back in net?
I don't even know.
Who is it?
Like, I'm really thinking they're just going to keep Bennington, and then just, like, if he doesn't do well, just put Hofer out there. But Hofer's been playing super.
Yeah, he has been. He's their number one goalie right now.
Like,
I know. I asked a couple guys who do radio shows here the other day.
Yeah.
I won't say what they said unless they want to say it themselves. Yeah. They both said, if the playoffs started, you put Bennington in. I'm like, really? I was like, and then take the confidence away from Hofer? Then Hofer's like, are you kidding me? I would put Hofer in. He's your hot hand. It's like, you ride the hot hand. Hofer's your hot hand. Well, Bennington provided me one of the greatest sports memories of all time. But
yeah, he did.
And he may go win a gold medal in the Olympics for Canada. And I hope that he gets a silver. And I hope he plays amazing. Because I'll be rooting for the USA, baby, because it is the United States of America where we live. We do not live in Canada. As much as I love the Blues and the Canadian hockey players, it's our time.
Red, white, and blue, baby. Raw.
If the Americans stay healthy, look out. Let me get off my soapbox. No, man, it's Hofer. Why not put Hofer back in net tonight? Tough decision. I don't know. Tampa, by the way, a very good team as well. And, the Blues need wins. They need points desperately. They're fighting for a playoff spot. They desperately need victories because after tonight, the Blues have a 3-game road trip, and they've got some tough teams. Dallas, Edmonton, Winnipeg, not so much, but those are 3 tough games that they'll have. And they took care of business against Carolina, which was awesome to watch. But now Tampa tonight, by the way. Tampa has 61 points. They're the top team in the Eastern Conference. They're 29-13. They're 17-4-3 on the road. That's how good Tampa has been. So obviously there's a challenge for the Blues tonight. The Blues, by the way, are the second worst team in the Western Conference. Yeah, they had a big win the other night, but they've got 44 points. And they've played 47 games, which is, a lot of games. And they've got 44 points. Winnipeg is just 1 point behind with 43 points. And then over in the other division of the Western Conference, Calgary has 44. So the Blues right now are in a position where everybody else is winning too. Now, you play a couple games here and there, you get a couple wins, you're right back in the mix of it because that's how stagnant. Some people call it competitiveness. They call it parity. Some people call it stale. Anyway, the Blues are fighting literally right now with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams that are ahead of them for 2 spots. So that gives you an idea of what they've really got going down. Oh, and then by the way, Winnipeg played 1 less game than you, just 1 point behind you, and you've got them on the road trip that's coming up. And by the way, Edmonton, yeah, they've got 54 points. And then Dallas, oh yeah, they've got 63 points. So this is a very tough 5-game stretch that the Blues have. We hope the best for them, but they got a Friday night game downtown, 7 p.m. Exciting to go check that out. If you get an opportunity, enjoy it. Always fun to watch. Give the Blues a home ice advantage. We certainly want to see that. And of course, if anything else is going on this weekend, let us know. Let us know anything you want to talk about. That's what we try to do here. Arch City Now, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us. The former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes here all the time for you guys. And just trying to bring you those stories. Friday mornings, always fun as we head in to the weekend. Okay, so we were talking about the Blues, what they have going on. Also, when we talk about the weekend events, which we were just kind of getting into from that standpoint, things happening around the St. Louis area. If you guys have anything going on, let us know. But you've also got Mizzou basketball tomorrow. Mizzou looking to go. By the way, Mizzou is tied for first in the SEC right now with 3 other teams at 3-1. They saved their season. They actually look like they're a solid team, which is good for them, getting some quad 1 wins. So Missouri tomorrow at LSU, 2:30 p.m. game. LSU, by the way, 12-5. We'll see what Missouri can do on the road. That's the other thing about college basketball. Home teams always get the calls. They just do. Lots and lots of calls. So that game is on tomorrow. Then you've got SLU playing tomorrow as well. SLU at home, if you want to check out this year's version of Billy Can basketball like producer Rye did the other night.
Yes, sir.
You can go see that. 16-1 Billikens taking on the 13-5 Richmond Spiders.
Yes.
3 p.m. game tomorrow afternoon. I ran into somebody else who went down to the game the other night. Said it was good. Good time, good crowd.
It was an all right crowd. It was a really good, talented basketball team. I'll say that. Those guys swing the ball. It's not hero ball at all. And
I like it. Like to hear that.
It was a refreshing way to see basketball. Yeah.
Even
though I'm not really a college basketball fan, I like watching.
So surprising to me, especially since you were a college basketball player.
I didn't play, though.
Oh, I know, but you were going to Drake to do it.
Yeah, I was going to walk on, but yeah, stuff happened. Shout out DeVries. Shout out my guy. But like, stuff happens. But yeah, I like watching college basketball for the storylines. Like, I'll watch Syracuse because I like Kyan Anthony. Watch BYU because I know that AJ DeVos is going to be the 2nd overall pick, and that guy is just ball hogging.
Okay.
I like watching Kansas because Peterson just doesn't really care. So, yeah.
Hey, some other things going on this weekend. There's something called the Taylor Party, Taylor Swift Night, Delmar Hall. That's Saturday at 9 p.m., baby. That's where you're going to be.
No, are you going?
Yeah, tickets. I don't know. I haven't plans. I'm wide open this weekend. Tickets start at $20. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, maybe go there. Yeah, I'm going to the Taylor Swift night. Why you give that look when I said $20?
Because I could get a Domino's pizza and pasta for $5. Why would I go with
the headline? The headline says, "Come shake it off at our enchanting evening of Swifties, singing and dancing through all the Taylor Swift iconic eras. Pick up your Eras outfit, bring your besties, and come party in style." Okay, all right. I think I'll head over to Monster Jam instead.
Yeah.
By the way, Monster Jam downtown, 5 p.m. And on Saturday and Sunday, it's at 3 p.m. 5 p.m. Saturday at the Americas Center. Have you ever one of those?
No.
Well, it's loud. It's crazy. It's really cool, especially if you're not a gearhead. I mean, it is cool. If you are, you'd love it, but it's fun to watch. I think you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah. I want to do something. I want to get out my comfort zone and do something I didn't do before.
Lift for Life Elementary School is hosting Children's Parade for the Mardi Gras, the Winter Carnival shoebox float. By the way, getting out of your comfort zone, going to Monster Jam. There you go. Yeah, but you'd like it. I'm telling you would. You'd be like, what? You get into that. Hey, 6:47 right now on a Friday, January 16th. I thought this was really cool looking at it. If you need help.
I've been to Monster Jam one time when I was a kid.
You did what?
I went to Monster Jam one time as a kid.
Oh, so you did?
Yeah.
Would you forgot about that?
Yeah. Sometimes like it'd be like kind of blurry. But like I remember
I've woken up some mornings with some blurry nights. I get it.
Like I was super duper young. I barely remember it, but I remember going and seeing Gravedigger though. I remember
Gravedigger.
I used to play the little Monster Jam game where you have to drive the car and race and truck and do all that stuff.
Okay, you and I like AI. We're open to it. We're learning about it.
Shout out AI.
I have also seen several guys jumping up trying to use AI algorithms for sports wagering. The only problem with that is it takes out the human element of the scam, the point scandal, and so forth. AI can't predict that.
Yeah, AI can't predict that this guy's going to have his friend bet on him.
Yeah, seriously. And that, this guy who normally scores 20 points a game is only going to score 8 tonight in a point shaving scandal. However, it is interesting how some of these algorithms and the AI predictors are faring. I've been looking at some of them, watching, and they seem to be having enough success to get popular. So AI, this is the AI stake. It's called Copilot. Are you familiar with Copilot?
Yes.
Copilot, predicting the Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills, is predicting the Broncos to win this weekend, 23-20. Denver's a tough pace to play. The Bills are on 6 days of rest, not 7, which is the NFL's fault. Not sure why they're doing that to Buffalo, which makes absolutely no sense.
To push the media narrative that Josh Allen can't get things done.
Why would they want to push a media? Why would
because media needs to push up something, and they've been using Lamar and Josh Allen as the guys with a lot of talent, but just can't get over the hump.
They can't do it in the playoffs.
Exactly. So they need quarterbacks like that for their media narrative.
So you got to have a storyline.
Got to have a storyline. Yeah.
But wouldn't it be a great storyline? Josh Allen finally?
No. It'd be a better storyline to be like,
why not, man?
Let's flame Josh Allen to losing the second-year starter, Bo Nix. Let's flame him for not getting done when Lamar and is not in the playoffs. That's a better storyline.
All right, I get you. Staying in the AFC, or excuse me, over to the NFC. AI's take Copilot predicting the Seattle Seahawks San Francisco 49ers game. Copilot says noise being a very potential problem for the 49ers at Lumen Field. The chatbot is also worried about how Brock Purdy and the 49ers are going to look without George Kittle. It is taking the number 1 Seattle Seahawks and their stingy defense by a final score of 24-16. 24-16, and I think that covers the spread as well. All right. Also in the AFC, Copilot between the Patriots and the Texans. Who do you think it took?
I think they went with the Patriots.
Yeah, they did with the Patriots by 4 points, 20-16. Co-pilot says the Patriots are going to win that game. They said their defensive grind, their defense will be better. When it comes to the Bears and the Rams, AI co-pilot is taking who, my friend? We know that you're a Rams fan.
I think they're going to take the Rams too.
27-23 co-pilot. AI has the Rams winning 27-23. Thanks. And the reason being, Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay find a way to pick apart the Chicago defense, which is not very good.
Exactly.
At all. But what will the weather be like? AI doesn't know about that snow. Isn't it snowing there still?
I don't know, actually. I just heard Chicago. It's going through it in Chicago. It was just super windy last week, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, like as in yesterday, I thought.
Yeah. Then
So AI all over it when it comes to the NFL for the weekend. Those are your picks. I don't know how you guys think about things that are going to happen, what you think's going to shake out, but I don't know. You got some of those ideas. I disagree with any of those picks. I can't at all. I don't see how any of those picks would be an issue. But then again, who knows, man? It just hey, anyway, there's another polling, or not a polling, but it's a contest that's going on. What they're doing is there is a new 2026 Wish Home raffle. It's a fabulous new home being built in the beautiful Brickyard subdivision, but you have to be over in Mascoutah, Illinois. The Home Builders and Remodelers Charitable Education Foundation is honored to partner with Wish Illinois, Make-A-Wish Missouri, Kansas to support the organization. So it's an $800,000 home. You can purchase tickets at Make-A-Wish. They've also got a hot tub from Hot Tubs of St. Louis. They've got custom hand-built wood furniture from Spees Customs that are going on as well, and an exclusive Wish Home raffle prize package from the St. Louis Cardinals. And Make-A-Wish Foundation, I used to work with them. Fantastic group. They do so much. By the way, guess what tickets go on sale today? Don't all rush out right now. You know, you better get out there. People are going to be taking up those tickets really fast.
Where at?
Cardinals baseball.
Yeah.
Woo!
Let's go, baby.
Cardinals baseball, baby.
I don't really know much on the team this year because a lot of the guys are gone, but let's go Weather Hope.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah, I met some friends last night, some dads from schools where my kids go. And I had a chance to meet Chip Carey for the first time last night. Cardinals broadcaster.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things about him, and I always knew that he was a tall guy, but man, is he big. I mean, he's every bit of 6'4", maybe 6'5".
Yeah, I didn't know a lot of these baseball.
You probably get him on the court and start hooping with him, man. Put him down low in the post.
Yeah, send me a screen.
Big old man, big long arms, big hands. His son was there. His son's an up and coming broadcaster as well.
I think he has done some work with Sports Central for a second.
Okay, really? Okay.
I think.
Yeah, so I had a chance to meet them, and Mike Claiborne, my friend Mike was there. They were having dinner.
Yeah.
Shout out
to Mike Claiborne. He just called me a couple days ago.
Yeah, I love Mike. Well, he was on our MIZ STL show a couple months ago as well. We had Mike on.
He met my mom at the black and all black thingy.
You better keep him away from your mom. Sorry, Mike.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
But
hey, besides, I thought I in a respectful manner, I thought I had dibs on being able to take your mom out for a date.
That's cool. I don't know. My mom's been just working her butt off, man. You know, she's just been focusing.
She wants to take me out to dinner.
Yeah, she's been grinding, man.
Dude, that's awesome.
But yeah, she saw him at the black and white thing with Nelly, and she was like, "Oh yeah, one of your older guys at the station."
One of your older guys.
That's one of the older guys at the station said,
Mikey
hi.
Mike.
Yeah.
But it was just very. That was just one of those things. I start talking about. That's what made me think about that. Talking about Cardinal baseball, is just how he's very respectful. There's certain people that you meet, they may be a little prickly. They're not being mean or jerks. They're just super friendly guy, Chip, and also his son. Very, very, very respectful. I just hope the Cardinals can get something done this year because it's just not fair. Did you see the massive signing that took place as well last night overnight?
For baseball?
Oh, yeah.
I did hear somebody from the Dodgers.
Yeah. Like as in Kyle Tucker, who's rolling right now. Obviously one of the best players in all of baseball.
Hey.
Yeah. The Dodgers, the rich continue to get richer. Interesting, especially
like $85 million in like tax or something crazy like that.
How about this? I mean, he was the consensus best player available in free agency. Yeah, he's joining the Dodgers. 4 years.
What?
$60 million a year. 60 for Kyle Tucker.
Y'all need a salary cap over there, man. This is stupid.
Yeah, bring on the 2027 lockout.
Yeah, it's a lockout coming.
That's on its way. And who knows? It could be the entire season. I mean, it's crazy. Not to get too, well, yeah, we'll take a break. We'll get into more of it on the other side. This is Arch City Now. Like, subscribe, share the show. Of course, you can watch us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Appreciate you guys being with us as always, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. We get things rocking and rolling. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We're off and rolling on a Friday morning. The sun not quite up yet. Hopefully we'll get some of it. Are still driving around with some lights on. I can see that from our beautiful studios. Live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, 590 a.m. in Kirkwood, overlooking Manchester Road. We'll be back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done, frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
Joined now by the boss, Dave Green. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose Home Bank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With Home Bank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.
Greener, when you say relationships, what does that really look like?
They not only know my name, Cam, they know our business. And when I need something, whether it's a phone call or a text, weekday or weekend, morning or night, I get a response from someone and help with.
And for a business like ours, you need a bank that can move at the pace you're moving.
Exactly. We're in a fast-changing media world, and Home Bank has been a steady partner through it all.
Behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 877-2001.
Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank, they're your business partner.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Daddy is out of the cleaning up dump business.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
To invoke the Insurrection Act in Minnesota as protests over ICE operations continue in the state. Here's Shaquille Brewster with the report.
This comes after what we saw were dramatic scenes last night in residential neighborhoods in Minneapolis, situations where tear gas was used, flashbangs, pepper balls, after DHS says a federal immigration officer shot a man in the leg.
The Department of Homeland Security says the man was an illegal alien from Venezuela who attacked a federal officer and says both the officer and the illegal are in the hospital. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says people need to be ready to prove their U.S. citizenship if requested by ICE.
Noem spoke to reporters at the White House was operations in Minnesota.
If we are on a target and doing an operation, there may be individuals surrounding that criminal that we may be asking who they are and why they're there and having them validate their identity.
She claimed that in every situation, ICE agents are doing targeted enforcement. She added, quote, "That's what we've always done." I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Last week's unemployment numbers are better than expected. The Labor Department reported Thursday just 190,000 Americans filed initial claims for unemployment benefits for the week ending January 10th. That's a drop of 9,000 from the previous week. The White House says a number of new economic reports prove President Trump's tackling affordability in the U.S. Thursday, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt touted the core price index showing inflation in check, lower gas prices, and expected bigger tax returns.
Since President Trump took office, core CPI has increased at just a 2.4% annualized rate, substantially lower than the 3.3% annual rate inherited from the Biden administration last January.
Leavitt said Trump's also addressing soaring home prices with the purchase of mortgage bonds. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 8 people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before January 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is January 15th. So call now. You'll save even more. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE 40. SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222. 222-2222.
Introducing the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, your new home in the Grand Center Arts District. The Key STL is where the music plays, the game is always on, and the dance floor is open. The Burger Bar features the ultimate smash burger experience with premium pasture-raised local beef and a dozen house-made sauces to top it all off. It's the Key STL Burger Bar and Boogie, 3225 Olive in Midtown. Before, during, or after any game, this is the spot, St. Louis. Find out more at thekeystl.com.
Tune in each week as STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the Mid-States Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stifel.
Hockey parents, be honest. Are your tournaments this season feeling a little unpredictable? You've planned the weekend, booked the hotel, hauled the gear. You deserve a tournament provider that's as organized as you are. And that's where Big Bear Tournaments comes in. No guessing games, no mystery matchups. We proudly list every registered team right on the website. You always know exactly who's in your division. There's great competition, clear communication, and zero last-minute surprises. Make your season smoother. Check out your next tournament at BigBearTournaments.com.
The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
When you buy a hot tub, you want more than bubbles. You want value that lasts. At St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, their low overhead means premium American-made products priced better than the competition, and the best price guarantee in town will beat any local dealer on a comparable model. With over 38 years in business and 400-plus five-star reviews, you can trust they'll be there to service your spa long after the sale. St. Louis Hot Tub Best Price. Visit besthot-tubprices.com today.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Oh, do I love Fridays? Don't we love Fridays? I'm kind of run down by Fridays, though. Mondays, I'm pretty damn good. Got a weekend to rest. Got plans this weekend? Got plans, Producer Rye, for the weekend? What's going on, my man?
My roommate from college is coming down from Chicago this weekend. It's my friend from out here that I also went to school with's birthday weekend, so I think we're going like somewhere.
What does some younger 20s go to? Where do you guys head?
I don't know. I don't go out, so I just
You
said-
don't go out, do you?
Yeah, so I just told them, hey, if you guys are doing something, I'll pop out with you guys. Just let me know.
My college son says it's funny how some things change the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
He comes back. He's a junior at Mizzou. They go Mizzou, by the way. A lot of guys heading back this weekend. The young men, women, whatever. A lot of Mizzou gets back this weekend. They hit Soulard. They hit the Soulard area. He's of age.
Oh yeah. That's what a lot of
They
people
hit the
do.
Soulard area. I'm like, really? I was like, damn, that's what I did. I was like, that's a long time ago, my man.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I'm just curious where. I guess that's where the younger people go. I'd be curious if that's what you guys see too. If you hear, whatever the case may be. Anyway, it's not like the St. Louis metro area has a ton of places to go. They just don't. I love our city. We just don't have a lot of those types of places to go. Anyway, we were talking about some of the things happening this weekend. Monster Jam sounded kind of cool to me. Not going to Del Mar Hall to hang out with Swifties. There's a Swifties party Saturday night. $20 to get into that door, or you can go to Monster Jam Saturday and Sunday. By the way, Saturday it's 5 p.m. Sunday, 3 p.m. So you've got that going on. Blues in action tonight. SLU basketball tomorrow at home. Missouri's on the road at LSU. So those are some action, or at least some action to watch. NFL games tomorrow. 2 games tomorrow, 2 games Sunday. That's going on. All kinds of college basketball in the midst of the scandal that has been uncovered. That's going on. We can get into that. We gave you the AI predictions last segment. Who you think's going to win? I don't like. I'm upset with the NFL for what they're trying to do to Josh Allen and the Bills right now, but not much I can do about that. That's for sure. And anything you guys know about what's happening this weekend, let us know. Of course, we love to promote and get as much out there as we can when it comes to what is happening in the St. Louis area. We're here till 8 o'clock. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And then, of course, Hot Take Central 2.0. The former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster days follow us today. We got the high school show today. I don't know what they'll be talking about when it comes to the basketball side of things, but the what do they call it? What is it called? The high school show that's on Fridays from 10 to 11.
Gateway Sports Venue high school sports show.
With John Huff and somebody else?
John Huff and Brody Herman.
There you go. And then, of course, from 11 to 1, you have Charlie Tuna.
Which is going to be changed.
And the
after
posse.
today, actually.
What's happening?
We are doing, he won't be live anymore on Fridays. He will be doing his reruns, which will
Just
mean-
on Fridays?
Yeah.
Well, what's he got? Vacation time on the weekends?
I don't know. He's just unk, man. He just does unk stuff.
Okay. Unk stuff. There you go,
So,
man.
I'm doing today. His rerun will be Coach Floyd Irons.
Okay. I've heard of him.
Yeah. And I think either Howard Balzer
What a great guest.
or Jeff Gordon from the Post-Dispatch.
I hope St. Louis sports fans can realize how great it is to listen to those two guys. Those guys have been gems over the years.
Yeah, they have.
I grew up on them, listening, reading. Just very, very great, very, very good sports minds, no doubt about it. Loved growing up in St. Louis, listening and learning from those guys, no doubt about that. Okay, one of the biggest stories, and it really goes and it really cuts at the fabric of sports, and it really does. There's so much going on. By the way, it's a big weekend, NIL weekend, another weekend for Missouri football. Several recruiting trips coming up for the Tigers. They're trying to make some hay there. People get interested in this 24. They're ranked 24th right now. They're portal class. And we'll see. There's really not other big stars out there that could still come. At least that's what we're hearing, unless somebody decides to go in. And what you have right now from that standpoint in the portal is you could have some surprises. Today is the last day that people can jump into the portal. That's it. And I said it the other day. Did you see the linebacker? He hit the portal for sure from Ole Miss.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah. NIL agreements were leaked. I wish they were all out there. Make it as bad, open, whatever.
Would have been worse for
you. Want
it would
this?
have been worse for your Mizzou guys if it would have been leaked out.
You want this BS? There it is. Because Here's the thing in life. This is so true. And it was the same thing in the broadcast industry, any industry you're in.
Yep.
If you're already somewhere, you're not going to get as big of a raise staying where you are if you compare it to going somewhere else.
Exactly.
That's the name of the game.
Why am I going to pay you more if you're already here? I need to get some more people, kiddo.
And then people aren't going to leave unless you make it enticing for them. It's a catch-22. It happens in sports. That's the problem with the NCAA right now, is the fact that you don't know what you're making. In the NFL, you do. You do. And these college kids are employees. They're employees. They're employees. They're employees.
So my question is this, though.
So it's a big weekend for Mizzou when it comes to finishing up getting some of those kids in.
My question is this, though. Why is it that there can't be a salary cap in college sports, like an umbrella big thing?
There should be.
And just allow the kids to make their own promotions off brand and endorsement deals?
No reason.
Why can't they do that like in pros? Or is it that the boosters are just going to throw them money anyway? So it's who cares?
There's no reason. There needs to be some leadership. And at some point in time, we hope so. It was a conversation I had with a bunch of guys last night. Same thing. Why? What's going on? Why? Some of the games are massive. And I mean, we talk about it from college football. I can't wait for the NCAA to be gone somehow, some way. But I also can't wait for this college football playoff to happen Monday night with Indiana and Miami. Do you care who wins that game?
No, I don't care, but I want Indiana to win because it's going to be a cool season ending.
It really would be, wouldn't it?
Go undefeated, cool little coach, man. He got a little moxie to him.
Isn't that what if Indiana didn't win after everything that they have done?
Then they're going to win next year.
But it's so you can't say that though. You just never know.
No, they're going to win next year.
And
if
the
they
reason
don't win this year, they're winning next year.
But the reason I say that, and I know I saw their transfer portal, but you have to have a lot of things that go right. Yeah. Health,
no barring injuries,
matchups, all those things come into play.
That matters with Indiana. They just showed they went 15-0 this season or 16-0 in the Big Ten.
Well, the point spread on that game is 8.5 right now.
Exactly.
For a national championship game, which is really high.
It's bad.
They're in at Miami. And I talked to a parent friend of mine. The son goes to Indiana. And I was told lots of Indiana students got tickets and are headed down to Miami for the game this weekend. Tons of money. We talked about it. Tickets from $3,500 with fees to $5,500 for one game, lifetime memory. If you weren't with us yesterday, we were talking about the parking as high as $750 near the stadium. So Lyft and Uber are going to gouge the hell out of you as well if you're down there. But you got 13-2 Miami taking on 15-0 Indiana. It could be arguably one of the greatest. I mean, obviously people talk about 2019 LSU and some Nebraska teams, but this is what Indiana has done and how they've done it, in my humble opinion, compares and might be considered the greatest college football season we've seen. And here's why. They don't make mistakes. Do they have as much talent as 2019 LSU? No. But you know what they do? And when I say talent, maybe NFL talent, but for a college football game, because we're not used to watching grown men play college football, and that's what you have at Indiana. They have grown, freaking, experienced men.
Oldest team in football.
Oldest team in football. It's the old BYU model with athletes. BYU, the guys would go out on their mission. They would come back. They're older. Then 2 years older, still have their eligibility.
Mm-hmm.
And then BYU had a good thing going, and they still do. They come back, it's older men playing football by 2 years.
Oh, because they go on like a mission?
They go on their 2-year mission.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And then they come back and play football. So they're older. Yeah, that's why BYU was good and still good. They got older kids playing.
I never really knew that. I thought they would go on a mission trip for like a year or something.
I think it was 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years.
Hmm.
So
hey, BYU, shout out the Mormons. All right, AJ DeMassa.
So, yeah, BYU coach, by the way, went to Kirkwood High School.
Yeah, he did. he was also the first. I don't want to mess up his ethnicity, but he was also the first of his like culture to be a D1 head coach too.
Yeah, and turned down a whole lot of money to go be Penn State's football coach, and that's another St. Louis guy. So
Yes.
our 7 degree of separation for St. Louis kicking in again today on a Friday, January 16th.
But doesn't he want? He wanted to stay though, right?
Yeah, he
Like,
stayed. He wanted to stay at
yeah.
BYU. He's got something good going on.
Yeah,
but
tacky. Yes.
Yes. But the thing with Indiana, if you guys didn't know this for Monday, and I'm excited to watch it, they don't have one defensive starter, not one, who came into the season with less than 24 starts already in college.
That's big dog stuff right there.
So experience and production, going for the older guys, pay them the money, get them to come in. That was 24 to like 52 starts. Their starters on defense, 24 to 52 starts amongst them. Older guys, 23, 24 years old, maybe 22, 23,
25
against 19, 20-year-olds, 21, not 26.
You never know.
But that's the key. And then execution taught doing the little thing. That's what's getting it done. The other thing about it, when you look at Indiana, and I know this is getting all really, really sports and we kind of cover everything, but that national championship game is big. Yeah. It almost has a Super Bowl feeling to it. Not quite, but just because it's Indiana out of nowhere.
Miami, even
at Miami.
Yeah.
6:30 coverage begins. Indiana has only lost one fumble the entire season. It happened in the first game of the year, and it hasn't happened since.
That's discipline.
One football.
Did you see that lineman get
lost
up when Mendoza lost the ball?
Oh, yeah, they got that ball.
Like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Those guys are nice. Like the whole team is like a machine, man.
So that's a big deal Monday night. And ESPN's coverage, they're blowing it out of the water. If you guys haven't seen it yet. They've got 13. Listen to this. I mean, from a coverage standpoint, it is insane. And we love broadcast. We're in radio and podcast and TV coverage of sorts. 13 different feeds are scheduled to run for the megacast for the college football finale. 13 feeds are going to be running. The president's going to be there. Donald Trump's coming. I mean, it's a massive ordeal what's going on. Of course, Pat McAfee has his alternative feed that's going to be there. However, for the first time in 4 years, Film Room is going to return for the national championship game as well. So what they do is they're going to have several feeds offering and featuring former coaches who currently work on the network. They've got Oklahoma State head coach Mike Gundy. He's going to be one of them, so that's pretty cool. They've got fans can also access the 4K home telecast, hometown radio stations for both teams, the popular All 22, which lets fans watch all players on the field, which is cool. ESPN's telecast will run uninterrupted. So there's a lot of things that they're doing to make this new. Because it is expected to be the highest rated watched college football game maybe ever, even with all the choices that people have. And it's a Monday night. So we'll see. I mean, holy moly. I'm looking at this. They've got the main telecast on ESPN. ESPN2 has their Field Pass with Pat McAfee show. ESPNU has the Film Room. ESPN News has Skycast. ACC Network has the Field Pass with the ACC Huddle. You've got the Spanish language channel, 4K main telecast, High Skycast, Command Center, Miami Hometown Radio, Indiana Hometown Radio, all 22 with the ESPN Radio, which we were talking about, the ESPN Plus halftime bands, and then ESPN National Radio broadcast. Holy freaking moly. That is covering. I've never seen anything like this that much for the National College Football Championship. And, of course, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit will call the game from the broadcast booth. And then, of course, Molly McGrath and Holly Rowe from the sidelines. So, yeah, I think Indiana's going to win. I don't know if I'm ready to wager on it yet. But then again, I thought Oregon had a chance to cover. And that was over On the first play of the game.
First play. Hey, I've been saying this all week too. Dante Moore coming back to Oregon. Yeah.
Did that come out?
Yeah.
So he is coming back.
Yeah. I knew he was coming back though. He's 20 years old too.
Okay.
Back too for the money and those nice jerseys, uniforms.
You know what? But yeah,
wonderful track team that they have.
Well, right now, let's say, he'll probably get $5 million. Why wouldn't you do a $5 million year and get another year of experience instead of going to the NFL where so many things are not guaranteed, including the coaches and the players around you? Because we see a lot of great college careers fizzle out in a second because they don't have the other things around them.
Look, if I was in my early 20s and I could go back to Oregon and play quarterback and get paid a lot of money and be around Nike everywhere, beautiful women's track team, and just enjoy my life, I would
track and cross country.
Yeah, and cross country. I would just stay up in Oregon too, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I see where you're going with that. Hey guys, this is Art City Now. Happy Friday. What's going on in the Lou this weekend? Let us know. We appreciate you guys jumping in on the show on X, Facebook, and YouTube. We're here till 8 o'clock Monday through Friday. Hot Take Central 2.0. The Blues, Cam Jansen, former Blue Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes, bringing us they're on deck from 8 to 10 o'clock Monday through Friday. And then from 10 to 11 on Fridays, we've got the GSV High School show. A lot of basketball going on today. And then from 11 to 1, Charlie Tuna and the Posse. We are your Lou information station, by the way. We're always live and on demand at luinfo.com. You can go to luinfo.com and check out all the broadcast excellence that we have for you throughout the area. Okay. I'm ready for the college football side of things. The other thing I thought was interesting is from a college basketball standpoint, and I guess I'll wait till we get back on the other side. No, I'll do it now. We'll get into it now. Okay. I'm not surprised that it has happened and it's come out, but you literally have a massive, massive problem when it comes to betting, wagering, and athletes. And this one's not from 20 years ago. This was a recent one. We're talking about a sweeping federal indictment over 3 years, finding so far 26 people of point shaving in college basketball games. Are you surprised to hear this?
No.
Okay. This coming from the U.S. Department of Justice, 17 schools, 39 players, and at least 24 games fixed. And there's video evidence of it as well when they go back and said which games they did. And then you're like, oh my word. And one of the most egregious happened with SLU basketball. Now, this is not an indictment on SLU basketball. Let's get this straight.
Yeah.
This was a player making sure he was doing what he did. He was one of a group of college basketball players charged in the indictment.
So who was like, they were all conspiring together, like co-conspiracy, or
maybe, I don't know if it was other teams on the same team. Bradley Ezewiro, Ezewiro, is accused, and he's one of the names of having fixed contest. He played with SLU in the 23-24 season just 2 years ago. And in his lone season with Billikens, he actually did pretty decent, 12 points, 6.2 rebounds a game. But he helped fix a game, at least one. At least. The fixed games included schools: Nicholls State, Tulane, Northwestern State, SLU, LaSalle, Fordham, Buffalo, DePaul, Robert Morris, Southern Miss, North Carolina A&T, Kennesaw State, Coppin State, New Orleans, Abilene Christian, Eastern Michigan, and Alabama State. That all according to NBC News. Smaller schools, not Power 4 schools. I've always wondered, it's interesting how they put lines on these smaller games. You know, it's like, do they know that much? Are people really betting the smaller games? And all of a sudden, when you start to see an abnormal amount of money being put on games, you don't think for a second Vegas and other people are looking going, what's happening here? According to the indictment, in February of 2024, just 2 years ago, they recruited the group, the Fixers, whoever the Fixers were, recruited players on SLU to participate in a fixing scheme. So the prosecutors allege that Ezquerro and another unnamed player, I don't know why there's another unnamed player right now, we need to know that, agreed to help make sure that SLU failed to cover the first half spread.
I wonder how much.
And that was in a game against DuQuoin.
I wonder how much jail time do they get, or is it like
None. They're cutting deals,
or they're just cutting a deal to what, pay it off?
Yeah, but listen to this:
like
the amount of money.
Yeah,
court records show that the game it took place in Pittsburgh. It was an away game for SLU. That the Fixers wagered $242,000
each, or like
no, I'm sure
together?
just a total.
And that's what they made.
But
or that's what they
imagine
put up?
if you're sitting in Vegas and you're looking at the betting lines come through, $242,000 on the under for the first half. Red flag.
Yeah.
242.
Like that's what they wagered.
Yeah, that's a typical Jim Hayes bet around St. Louis.
$200K, like that's what they put up. Like in the prize pick thing, they said
200. Yeah,
I thought that's what they got out of it.
They have wagered $242,000.
Y'all
That
looking to just get caught.
that DuQuoin would cover the 5-point halftime spread.
It's DuQuoin versus.
You think we're really going to get away with this? Yeah, nobody's going to notice us. This is great. We've got it all figured out.
I'm starting to realize, and this is the guy that transferred to
What
4
the
different schools
truck?
in 1 year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know what classes he was.
Oh, by the way, at halftime, guess what the score was? It was 41-27 DuQuoin.
Basket weaving major.
That's a big freaking deal. I mean, I'm looking at the totals right now. If you're the coach, you're like, what the hell? What's going on with my players? You know? I mean, it's like, huh? What?
I need to look up, did SLU win that game?
Yeah, check it out.
SLU versus
It was in February 2024, SLU versus DuQuoin. It was in late February when they had that game. And, you know, the other thing about the whole situation is
SLU got blown out 81-66.
okay. Yeah, it was a bad game all the way around, especially in the first half.
Yeah.
Especially in the first half.
Probably stopped caring after they saw that payout at halftime in the locker room.
Well, yeah,
was this
but
when Ford was the coach still?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ford was probably like, "Oh man, what's my team doing, man?
It's like what's wrong? What's going on?
What's going on, guys?" We just went over this in practice yesterday.
Yeah, were there more games? Point shaved. According to the U.S. Attorney David Metcalf, the scheme involved giving players between $10,000 and $30,000 for that.
So they paid the SLU players after that?
Well, the SLU player, yeah, because they're part of it. They made sure, and that SLU was underneath the 5 points.
Okay, so this is a lot.
Allowed gamblers to profit by betting on the manipulated outcome, of course. And it worked. Until, and sometimes these take a while to go and to do the investigations. But I mean, the conferences, you saw a couple teams from the Big East, the Atlantic 10, the Sun Belt, and the Horizon League. That's where you saw it going on. And former Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, now, Deputy Director at the FBI, says that co-director says federal authorities are going to continue to pursue those involved, that this is not over yet. The investigation is not over, but it makes you think and wonder what the hell's going on. I'm convinced, I don't think it's happened much in college football, but I'm convinced when I watch NFL, I can't prove it, that there's just some things that happen that's like, I see players not go in to make tackles when it's important. See stars be able to run past, calls not made, calls made that are phantom, point spreads that are coming into play. You know what I'm talking about if you've wagered. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Kickers missing. I won't even go off on kickers today. I already did earlier in the show. Maybe I will. Just none of it adds up. And well, I shouldn't say none of it. There's just a lot that doesn't add up in these games. And money is one of the reasons. Betting is one of the reasons that football became such a passion sport in the United States. And it's a fact. And betting is huge, from fantasy to you name it to whatever. So if you don't think for a second that it's not involved somehow, some way, and there's things that we don't know about going on, whether it's officials, whether it's individuals, I don't want to say coaches, but I mean, gosh, I think anything, don't be surprised, especially after seeing what happened with this situation. We are Arch City Now. We'll take a quick break. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. Producer Rye is alongside. I'm Vic Faust. It is Friday, people. It's January 16th. It is 7:32. What are your plans for the weekend? Jumping on the show. The sun is now out. It's cold outside, but once again, it's Friday, the start of the weekend for most people. Let's enjoy it and have a great day. We'll be back with more of Arch City Now right after this.
What are the keys to a great night out? Great food and drinks, great prizes, and great friends. Join us Thursday, January 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL Burger, Bar, and Boogie in the Grand Center Arts District. Enjoy a live broadcast with Cam Jansen and Jim Hayes, plus special guest Matt Adams. Dig into the best smash burgers in town and get your shot at winning opening day Cardinals tickets, autographed merch, and more. That's Thursday, January 22nd, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Key STL, 3225 Olive. Come eat, hang out, and win.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat, but I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with, making home life better in 2026.
And that's a good one. And if better includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress, then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now. Get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process, from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com, and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. A jury has convicted a man in connection with a deadly shooting inside a St. Louis County Applebee's in 2020. Courtney Washington was found guilty of second-degree murder and other felony charges. Prosecutors say he opened fire inside the restaurant in St. John, killing 46-year-old Kimberly Ratliff Penton and wounding two others. Washington will be sentenced on February 19th. One of St. Louis's last remaining malls could soon be transformed. South County Center is being studied as a potential sports facility as retail traffic declines. The mall's second floor is already closed, and a study will determine whether retail would remain. A sweeping federal indictment alleges widespread point shaving in college basketball. St. Louis University is among 17 schools named. The Justice Department said nearly 40 players were involved nationwide. And the city of St. Louis is rumored to use eminent domain near the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency campus, targeting 89 blighted properties with filings expected in the coming weeks. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We have a cold front on the way. Gusty wind today, a few light rain showers, and our high in the mid-40s. We could get a few snow showers overnight, windy, and our low near 20. Mix of sun and clouds, windy and cold on Saturday. We're staying in the mid-20s and then about 30 and sunny on Sunday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
I'm Big Toe Media President Dave Green, and for the last few months, I've been telling you about what makes Home Bank different. Local people, local decisions, and real relationships. So let me take that a step further. When you walk into Home Bank, you're not walking into a system, you're walking into a conversation. This is a bank that understands St. Louis because they're part of it. The people making decisions live here, work here, and invest back into the same communities you do. That matters, especially when you need flexibility and a partner. Big banks can make promises. Home Bank builds relationships. If you're ready for a smarter, more personal banking experience, I'd encourage you to start that conversation today with Home Bank, the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
Tune in each week as STL Sports Central, the Lou Information Station, and the Too Many Men on the Mic podcast present the Mid-States Club Hockey Association Game of the Week. Brought to you by Mattingly Lumber, Vantage Credit Union, Chicken and Pickle, and by the Watson Private Wealth Group at Stiefel. Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back in. It's Friday. It is 7:37, January 16th. We are up and at it on a Friday morning. Hope you got some sleep last night. Hope it's a good day for you as we kickstart this Friday morning, heading into the weekend, a work day today, and then the weekend ahead. By the way, we are here on X, Facebook, and YouTube, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. We are your Lou Information Station, and we're live and on demand at luinfo.com. If you want to call, you can, 855-282-8255. But of course, X, Facebook, and YouTube is where you can find us as well early on Friday morning. What's happening in your neck of the woods? What kind of plans do you guys have for the day, for the weekend? Any shout outs? Of course, we love to get that out there for you. Got people who are rocking and rolling this morning. Glad you guys are with us. Thanks for watching. It is interesting. You just never know where people are going to be. All right. What's happening? The Blues tonight. Get back to act. Let's go Blues. Friday night, Enterprise Center. Always a good time. 7 p.m. Blues hosting one of the best teams in the league, Tampa, in town. They're rolling right along. No cares in the world out in Tampa. The Blues, a different story. They got to get some things done tonight. I say get things done. Well, you look at where they are right now. They're coming off a great, and I say a great win, all things considering. Yes, I'm using the word great. A 3-0 shutout of Carolina. A really, really good team. They shut Carolina out. I don't care. Carolina was coming off an overtime loss the night before, and the Blues were rested for a few days. They beat the first place team in the Eastern Conference. So, and Hofer was freaking amazing. Tonight, well, you took care of the first place team in the Metropolitan Conference. Tonight, you get the first place team in the Atlantic Conference, or Atlantic of the Eastern Conference. So, 61-point and 29-win Tampa rolls into town. By the way, Tampa is 17-4-3 on the road. Once again, 17-4-3. It is by far the best road record of any NHL team. You talk about the term Road Warriors, that is Tampa. So Tampa's rolling in tonight. 61 points. Enterprise Center, if you're going to the game, lots of noise, be a great home ice advantage for the Blues. They need the victory, obviously, just because it's a terrific team that they're playing, but they need points. Right now, when you look at the points, it's going to be this way all the way down the stretch up until they break for the Olympic break, and then when they come back for the final stretch of the regular season. The Blues have 44 points. Winnipeg is just a point behind. That's for last place. Calgary has 44 points, and then Vancouver 37. Those are your 4 worst teams in the NHL right now. 44 points. Only 2 teams have lower point totals than the Blues, and it's Winnipeg by 1 and Vancouver by 7. So anyway, they're fighting for a playoff spot. They're fighting 6 other teams are ahead of them right now for the final 2 playoff spots. 6. They need to put together some stretches of 2, 3, maybe 4 wins in a row, or it's going to be difficult. That's the math. That's how the math goes ahead and maths right there. I also look at what they've got coming up. So the Blues have this big game tonight. Hofer or Bennington. We'll see who goes into the net. We'll find out. We'll see. Hofer's the guy that had the shutout the other night. He's been their best goalie this year. Not to say that Bennington isn't the overall better goalie, but right now Hofer has been the best goalie. But then after tonight, the Blues schedule continues to be very, very difficult. They have 3 road tests and very, very difficult road tests coming off of these 2 very difficult games at home. So Sunday, they're at Edmonton, one of the best teams in the league. Then 2 days later, they're at Winnipeg, a team that's 1 point behind them, and it's always difficult to play in Winnipeg. Winnipeg is coming on a little bit stronger right now. They're rolling. And then next Tuesday, after the Winnipeg game, they fly to Dallas and take on the Stars, who are also one of the best teams in the league. Then they come back home next Saturday, a week from tomorrow, and then host Los Angeles, who's ahead of them in the playoffs, and then Dallas again. So you see what's happening right now. Lots of really good teams that they're playing. They need to pick up the points. They need to get that stuff done as soon as they possibly can to get that done. Good luck. Good luck from that standpoint. By the way, on the Facebook today, somebody actually thinks that Miami is going to beat Indiana. Todd says Miami is going to beat Indiana. Well, I guess we'll find out. I don't see any way possible that happens. Indiana is too good. Miami would have to play a perfect game, mistake-free, and get some breaks, some calls, and then make, I don't know, some just incredible plays. Is it possible? Certainly it's possible. It's possible. But what have you seen from Indiana this year that makes you think somehow, some way, they're not going to win that football game? Like I said, I just want to see what the ratings are. Commercials for that game are starting to go up way high, too, for ESPN. It's a big, big moneymaker. Not quite like the Super Bowl, but because of those 2 teams and the excitement and the atmosphere, it is a very interesting contest, to say the least, in regards to what they're trying to do and how many people are supposed to be watching the game. And so I didn't see it. It's the most they've ever been able to charge for ads. I did see that. So good for ESPN getting the college football playoff rocking and rolling. A lot of people there ready to watch when it comes to that on Monday. So let's go Blues tonight, see what they can get done when it comes to college basketball. Tomorrow, Mizzou Tigers trying to make it 4-1 on the season in the SEC. They are playing at LSU. That's a big game for them. LSU's 12-5. Missouri really, really has saved their season. It's been fun. I mean, you get drubbed by Illinois, and all of a sudden you come back now, and it's like, okay, we got our 2 players back who did not play in the game. Jaden Stone looking like one of their best players who was out, and it would make sense as to why they got crushed so bad. And now they've got LSU tomorrow. So that's a 2:30 time tomorrow at LSU. And not only is Missouri playing tomorrow, my friend, the SLU Billikens also in action. They're at home tomorrow. SLU 16-1, looking to go 17-1 hosting Richmond. Richmond is a 13-5 basketball team. So SLU's home, and then Tuesday they'll be on the road at DuQuoin. That would be a Tuesday night game, 6. So looking to keep it going. It's a good chance to get to Chaffetz too if you want to watch a really good basketball team. Producer Rye did that the other night. When was the last? Was that your first time going to a Billikens game in some time?
That was my first time going to the Josh Shirt era of Billikens.
It's a different brand of basketball, isn't it?
I was watching the Ford era, of course, because Yuri was playing, Terrence Hargrove, and those guys.
They had really good players.
Gibson Jimerson, all those guys. Like I used to watch them play, or I would
They should have won a lot more.
They should have won a lot more. Really talented group. Like I remember, Terrence Hargrove was the reason.
Point shaving.
Yeah.
No.
Terrence Hargrove was my welcome to one of my welcome to basketball moments, because I played him in a summer tournament, and I was going into my sophomore year, so I was 15, and he was already committed to SLU, and I'm man, this guy's 6'8", 6'7", he's moving like Braun. I'm
So you enjoyed it. Good atmosphere the other night.
Yeah, it was a really good.
It's a good thing to do tomorrow too. Why not? People looking for something to do. Oh, you're going to SLU again?
Yeah, I got season media passes. So
okay, good.
I'm gonna go check out my cameraman, see he's gonna shoot some stuff, and then he's gonna send it to me so I can overlook it, put my logo on it, and then be done. So
well, there's a lot going on. Obviously college basketball tomorrow. So we were talking about Mizzou and SLU, but you've also got tomorrow the NFL games. We talked about it early in the show. You've got Buffalo and Denver. To me, that's the game of the week. No, I know you're excited about Rams and Bears, but when you look at matchups, isn't that the best matchup? The biggest hype? The Bills and the Broncos. The Broncos, the number 1 seed. The Bills with their team and Josh Allen. And it's the first game. They have it as a day game on a Saturday. What the hell was that? What were they doing? Anyway, Buffalo on just 6 days of rest. The NFL did that on purpose too. They could have given them 7 days, but they gave them 6 days. There was no reason for that to happen. But they did it. So you've got Buffalo 12-5 at 14-3 Denver. That day, 3:30. Who do you like in that game?
I personally like Buffalo, but I think Denver's going to win.
I expect a tight game.
I expect Denver to win because of, like you said, all the other stuff. And I think Josh Allen is going to be this generation's, I'm not going to say Peyton Manning, but, the guy he's always there in the playoffs.
Well, Peyton Manning had to, you mean what, like Dan Marino or?
No, Josh is going to make it to the Super Bowl, but I just don't think it's going to be this early. I think it's going to be a little later.
Well, the Broncos are a 1.5 favorite. So you've got that you can watch tomorrow as well. They're at home, of course. And then the night game, that gets interesting too, because you have two teams know each other very well. And it's okay, let's see what we got tonight, because you've got the Seahawks and the 49ers. And out of all this match, right? Because the 49ers don't have Jordan up. They do have Brock Purdy, but can their defense really match playing in Seattle, the number 1 seed? I don't know. And then when you start to break down that game, it's all the advantages go to the Seahawks. But that's a 7 p.m. game tomorrow night. That's on Fox. And when you look at the point spread, that's a 7-point point spread. Versus Sam. And it's okay, let's see what you guys got. They played each other twice already this year, so they get another shot at each other. Games tomorrow to watch. Lots of things to do from that standpoint when it comes to the NFL and what people are looking to try to find, what they're trying to get, and so forth. So I don't know. You'll be at a basketball game right in the middle of it.
Yes, I will.
You may be able to watch the night game.
No, I'll be on. I'll have it up on my laptop.
Okay.
I'll be in that media suite.
Yeah, I was going to say, there you go. That makes sense. Yeah, I stand corrected. By the way, the picks, AI Copilot, did picks for those games as well, if you guys care. AI algorithms being used more now even in the which is interesting. I mean, at least interesting to me from that standpoint. But Copilot picked the Broncos to win that game by 3, which is interesting. Or it's interesting to me. It's like, okay, so Microsoft's Copilot picking the games for the weekend. By the way, Copilot last weekend went 5-1 in the games. But did everybody else do about that too? Did they do well? It's lone slip up. They had the Eagles beating the 49ers with that spread. And then they were wrong, or at least it was wrong in that game. So for the weekend series, what the Copilot did, Microsoft's Copilot, they have the Broncos beating the Bills 23-20. They have the Seahawks taking out the 49ers 24-16, covering that spread, which is 7. New England outlasting Houston 20-16. And then they have your LA Rams, producer Rye,
My guys.
beating the Bears 20-23. So you guys have it. You get an idea of what's going on, who's liking what AI is trying to do from that standpoint. So you guys can go have fun with it. If you're wagering, good luck. We wish you the best and see what goes on from that standpoint. One other story, I didn't get into it earlier. I just needed to add it too. It's unfortunate when it comes to the Blues. They're playing this tough stretch of games now without their leading scorer, Robert Thomas. He was put on injured reserve yesterday, and they're going to reevaluate him in a couple weeks. So bummer that you don't have him in the lineup for these very, very important games as well. He does rank first on the team with assists. He's got 22 assists. He's got 33 points. He's also tied for the most goals with 11. You're taking out arguably your best player. And, he did miss the Blues game Tuesday night against Carolina, and they still won. But you need, for sustained success, you've got to have Robert Thomas out there. You've just got to have him out there, especially when you're just 18, 21, and 8 through the 47 games. So, and they're 5 points out of the second and final wild card spot at this point in time. So let's go Blues tonight, as we were talking about that as well, and everything else that is going on. So anyway, hey, we've been talking a lot about the Cardinals. I just want to give a shout. People may know him, but I had a chance to meet Chip Garrett last night. I hadn't met him before. It was good to meet him. That's a big dude, man. He's big. I always knew he was tall. The big old shoulders and hands. Anyway, he was with Mike Claiborne and Chip's son. So interesting to meet them. Didn't really talk a lot of baseball, but then I came out of dinner after meeting and talking with those guys for a little bit. And then I see last night, I hate what they've done, and the owners have a lot to blame on themselves. The Dodgers giving Kyle Tucker a 4-year, $240 million deal, $60 million a year for Kyle Tucker, a right fielder. Literally, the Dodgers picking up more. And, their roster was already good enough. My gosh, $240 million for Kyle Tucker. I know he's probably the best player available in free agency this year, but they had just picked up all-star closer Edwin Diaz. He got a 4-year. His deal was similar. The Dodgers are just rocking and rolling. It frustrates me as a Cardinal fan to see everything that's happening. Kyle Tucker, by the way, turns 29 in a couple days, or actually tomorrow. So, you're talking about a lineup with Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, with Max Muncy, and Tucker, and then you've got their pitching. It's like, it's not fair. It's not right, but whatever. It is what it is. The rich get richer. It just makes me think more and more we're going to see that lockout this would be the last baseball season. And then it's like, okay, 2027, you're up. What's happening now? Especially when you see these kind of deals that are going out. I'm sorry, it just makes me sick, a little sick to my stomach to see what is actually happening there. Anyway, by the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 is getting ready to come up. Don't miss that. Stick around for former Blue Cam Jansen, Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. They'll be rocking and rolling in the studio from 8 to 10 o'clock as they do Monday through Friday. And then from 10 to 11 today, we have our GSV High School show. A lot of basketball going down there. And then from 11 to 1 o'clock, it's Charlie Tuna and the Posse. And of course, we are your Lou information station. We're always live and on demand at louinfo.com. And you can go to louinfo.com, check out everything that we do, check out our website, the information and everything that's out there, and all the programming that we offer as well. You can just keep us posted on any questions that you guys have. If you guys want to let us know about interviews, stories, things you want to hear, we are always open ears from that standpoint. We appreciate you guys joining us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where you can live stream us every day as we talk about things happening in the sports world, the news world. Nothing over the top too serious. Once again, Monster Jams this weekend downtown. You can enjoy that as well. And of course, weather's a little bit cold, but it is that winter time of year. So enjoy it, everybody. We appreciate you joining and sticking with us today. Have a great weekend, St. Louis. Stay positive. Producer Rye, thanks. Have fun at the SLU game tomorrow.
Yes,
as I'm
sir.
sure they're going to dominate and win by 20 points again, which is what they do in every game.
Going on over here, baby. We're trying to get some free Shake Shack.
There you go. Have a great day, guys. That does it for us. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning at 6 a.m.